Hello, folks. I am Indie Geek. Welcome to 10 Forward. And, folks, I want to talk about a movie I watched last night with my daughter called A Classical Horror Story. Now, this was an Italian film on a budget of $3 million, directed by Roberto Di Fio. And if I messed up his name, I apologize for that. But I must say, folks, what got me with this was the title. I was looking through for, seeing if there was any horror movies out there that were any good. Because I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen a good horror movie in a long time. This one I definitely thought was great. So here's why I thought it was great. These characters are actually believable. They don't look like supermodels and things like that. They actually look like regular people. And they're believable. They may not always be likable at times, but as you story progresses, you understand why these characters are going through their certain things. So you have the main plot begins with a woman named Alicia. And what they do is, I guess this may be popular in Italy, I don't know. You have a man who has a camper, Roberto, or not Roberto, sorry, that's another character in it. Was his name Fabrizio? And what's going on is, I guess what he does is he has a website, whatever, social media thing where he films people that he takes out and drives them to places. So you have Alicia, Mark, Sophia, and Ricardo. They're all going to basically the same place. So they basically all hitchhiked, or I guess Ubered, which doesn't seem like a bad idea. It makes actually a logical sense. It'd be comfortable. It'd be kind of easy in a sense. And all these characters have a different reason why they're going. Alicia is going to see her family to have an abortion, whereas the doctor is going because of issues he had. His wife and him, I guess, had a falling out and stuff. He misses his daughter, so he's going to see her. And you have two other characters in there. And one of the things about it is these characters are actually decent. They're written very well. So as they're driving at night, there's a dead animal in the road. They crash. Everybody is apparently unconscious, and they all wake up. And the camper is right next to some freaking crazy ass shack. And that's where the story takes place. And of course, if you're going to go with modern time, of course, there's no cell phone signal. Nobody can get service. But the characters, don't act like they make some stupid choices, but you can actually feel the fear in the horror. And they are not friends. These people don't know each other. So that takes a nice thing out of it, of them all being friends going to some cabin somewhere. Excuse me. As they're doing this, and as they find out that basically they've been sent there, they're in this place because of some kind of cult that's there that basically, and this is something we've all seen before, they have an abundance of riches and stuff through human sacrifices. And when these characters are scared, you actually believe they're scared. It's not fake. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like that forced scared that we've seen in a lot of modern American movies with, stupid jump scares and, somebody acting like the big hero throughout the movie and somebody being the jackass and stuff like that. You don't have this in this movie. These characters, I didn't know who was going to live or who was going to die. And that's actually a good thing, because the women are actually done well and the men are done well. The women aren't over the top, I'm woman, hear me roar bullshit. And the men aren't assholes. I mean, in some ways, sometimes they are a little bit, but they actually have reasons for why. The doctor has a reason why he's upset, why he's not wanting to talk to these people and not socialize so much. But as the story progresses, these characters have to try to work together. They have arguments. They're scared. And they act like what, honestly, I think people would do if they were really in this situation would do. I mean, this was a very believable horror movie. One of the things I liked is it kind of, even though it's set in modern time, you get kind of a 70s vibe from the scenery and the scenery and the visuals. Whereas in the score, I would say was more kind of 60s, early 70s psychological Hitchcock thriller level. And it was just great. I asked my daughter when we were done, I was like, "Did you enjoy it?" She said she very much enjoyed the movie. So that's my review on a classic horror story. I'm not going to give any spoilers because if I do, it's going to kind of ruin the experience. But I would really recommend if you're looking for a good horror movie that is actually done well with characters and situations that you can really get some chills on. I mean, the back of my neck hairs were sticking up. I haven't had that happen since the movie Sign came out. Anyway, folks, that's my review of Netflix's Italian movie, A Classic Horror Story, in under 7 minutes.